Hi, this is Ian Wang. You guys can call me Philip, the team leader of Yoyofriends, and today we're going to go over the Yoyofriends Peregrine X. Alright, so company intro. Yoyofriends, the manufacturer FPM and us Yoyo players combined together to make awesome meals and give back to the Yoyo community. So we just sponsored, silver sponsor for the US National Yoyo Contest in Philadelphia. Me and Steven was there. It was very awesome. And later this month and next month, early next month, August and July, World Contest will be in Cleveland, and I'm pretty sure we are a gold sponsor there as well. So we're giving back to the young community. Okay, so first look at the Peregrine X. So the Peregrine X is of course the successor of the original Peregrine back in 2020. This was the follow-up to our original flagship bimetal, the Hummingbird. We need to make it almost or just as good, even better than the Hummingbird in terms of play, the manufacturing, the quality, etc. So the idea on this yoyo was a V-shaped yoyo that's kind of drop-in-like, but very wide, right? So back in the days, 46 millimeter, that's the original width of this yoyo. The original Peregrine is wide, but now, every meta competition yoyo are pushing around 50 millimeter. So we have to update this yoyo on the Peregrine X to make it wider. And also, the biggest difference is the rim. The rim weight now from the original 15 millimeter now increased to 20 plus grams. 15 grams to now 20 plus gram. The way we did it is we overhang the rim, right? This rim come out very flat on the horizontal level. This one overhangs, it goes up and then down. So this will give it a more extreme weight distribution because we improve in manufacturing all that stuff. And now we have the capability of upping the rim weight to almost 21 grams. Right, so this yoyo have a very long development process because the original Peregrine was very good. Was my favorite yoyo for a year or two. Probably the longest time, right? Until the Tachyon. So that yoyo was so good that the first two revisions were heavier, more rim weight, but it didn't feel better than the original Peregrine. Even if it did, it was only 5%. It was not worthy of a successor. So the way we did it is when we made the Gerfalcon, we kind of, after this yoyo, we kind of be like, we know the direction of this yoyo. We kind of know the weight and how to tackle this project, right? So by the time of revision 3, Rev 3, this yoyo came to be. And for the production, we changed it slightly a little bit too, right? That's why the review is here, or the overview is here now instead of way earlier. All right, so first look on this yoyo, it's very wide, V-shaped, classic V-shape, wide, 48 millimeter. It's not super wide because now people pushing 50 millimeter, of course. Same cup as the original Peregrine, very, very cool. Peregrine logo, Peregrine X logo on the side. The diameter is actually around 50.3 millimeters, so that's not increased whatsoever. I think that's a very good thing on this particular yoyo because it makes the yoyo fast, right? Both in acceleration and top speed, and that is the essence of the original Peregrine. So our design challenge is to up the power, up the gap width, up the catch zone, up the total width, up the weight, everything. Make it perform better without this yoyo being too heavy because it will lose the essence of the speed on the Peregrine. So we successfully did it. We'll tell you how we did it later, but yeah, so I will have the full spec of the Peregrine X here. Alright, so now the smoothness of this yoyo. I have a B grade, I think, but mine is dead smooth. There's barely any fingernail wipe. There's a bit on this side, there's nothing here. So it's around 9.5, right? Yeah, very, very good for B grade. And power on this yoyo is up dramatically over the Peregrine. It is another level in terms of power. The rim weight now is 5 grams heavier, and the overall weight is only 0.4 grams heavier. So when that happens, right, and also the yoyo is now wider, of course. The yoyo being wider, that means its weight, the rims are a little bit further away from the center axis, making the MOI, moment of inertia, more. So overall, this yoyo is very powerful. I would say this is even a little bit more powerful than the Phison. It's as powerful as the Vulture, even a little bit more powerful than the Vulture actually. A little bit less powerful than the Nucleon and also the my signature overclock, because those are a lot more heavier. But just under that, because it's massive overhang rim. Look how overhang and massive the rims are. It's actually ridiculous. So the power is very, very good. You can power through all your long combos on it. Stability on this yo-yo is also very, very good. We didn't increase the diameter. That's one way to increase the stability, of course. And the yo is now wider, right? So you're like, okay, that means the stability will get worse. But no, like I said, the massive overhang rims, the 5 gram difference, really made this yo even more stable than the original Peregrine. It's absolutely ridiculous how stable this yo is, especially in both horizontal and vertical plane, right? I'll cover horizontal later, but this yo is ultra stable without being big. And that is, I think, another highlight of the yo, how stable this yo is. Acceleration is going to be a little bit slower than the original Peregrine because it's now heavier, and also the rim weight is increased. However, this yo is still very fast, right? The diameter didn't change too much, or didn't change at all. It's 55.3, so it's fairly, well, not small or undersized, but on the lower side for the comp yo-yo. And because of that, the acceleration is still very, very great. It changes direction very, very fast. I would say this is in the same ballpark and tier as the original Peregrine, but just a tiny, tiny bit slower. I don't know what's going on right now, but it's... Okay, there we go. Yeah. Top speed, since if you play as hard as the original Peregrine, it's slightly slower because of the wing increase and width and all that. But if you play a little bit harder, if you want to just push a little bit more, this yo will be just as fast as the original Peregrine, or maybe even faster, right? You got longer time to do your speed combos, even though that's not super relevant in the current meta, but you can change direction and make this yo go fast, longer sustained time, and if you are powerful enough, you can go even faster than the original Peregrine. So that is another plus. Flow and float are almost non-existent because this yo works for you. It does exactly what you want to do. It doesn't suggest you with anything, with any quirky accelerations, or any flow, right? Overclock does that a little bit. Well, the yo kind of works along with you. For you mostly, but kind of works along with you. It suggests you to go at a certain speed, suggests you to follow momentum of the yo-yo. This yo is more of like the hummingbirds and the tachyons and the Peregrine. The Peregrine acts around the same. It does exactly what you tell it to. You want to be there, it teleports there, right? Just does whatever you do. So flow and float is non-existence. That's a positive in this scenario, but also could be a negative if you are more of a player who enjoys yo that that carries your tricks and stuff. Horizontal yo is very, very good. Bigger catch zone, a lot more power, and more momentum because of the added weight rings. So it's easier to hit your horizontal, and this yo being, like I said, very fast. You can push very, very fast and still have tons of more power left. You can squeeze out a tiny bit. You can squeeze out like 1 or 2 more elements than the Peregrine. That's how much the power has increased in the horizontal direction, right? So that's very, very good in horizontal. One of the best in the Yoyofriends lineup, even though this diameter isn't that good. If you have even that big, bigger the diameter, the better it is in general at horizontal. And achieving this result with 55.3 is crazy. Bind on this yo is also very good. We tested like multiple different binds, like 4.46, 4.48, slanted, response. But we finally decided to just go with the original, 4.52. It's the same on the overclock and also the Gravitoni. We think that is a good number. And yeah, it's very good. The string recommendation is gonna be Kitty normal. That's what I use. I slip a little bit, but nobody uses Kitty normal, let's be honest. Kitty fat, OT normal. OT normal is a little bit thicker than the Kitty normal, and OT fat. Those are the recommendations on this yo-yo. So any fat, will be perfect on this yo-yo. You can go with XL, right? I think XL will be fine too. Not 100% sure, but I think fat is the sweet spot. OT fat and also kitty fat. Okay, finger grind on this yo-yo is very good. 7068 beat blasted body and beat blasted SS ring. So you can grind and then you can do this. Oh my god. Yeah, you can do that and it still spins. That's actually crazy. I didn't know you can do that. All right. So palm grind, finger grind, very good. Thumb grind, not that good. The wall is a bit slanted. It's not a lip, so you can kind of lock it if you have fingernails slant, but it's like this. You're catching like that. It's not like here, right? So not super good. Finger spin is a little bit better, around the same as a normal Peregrine. It's a little bit more powerful, but it's still a flat cup. Right? You can obviously do your finger hop combos and stuff. I have gloves, so that's easier for me. You can do your DNAs and stuff. So, conclusion on this yo-yo, very, very good. One of my favorite. I think it's top 2 along with the overclock. If I were to compete and have to use the yo-yo that like lands the most tricks, I will use this. If I were to do every day, I'll probably use the overclock. It's got more like, fun to it. But this one's like a precise instrument that will just destroy your combos at lightning speed. It does exactly what you want to do. And that is the essence of the original Peregrine. This one just enhanced it a lot more power, a lot more stability. And the top speed, if you play hard enough, might be even faster, right? At the cost of a little bit less acceleration. This is a perfect upgrade now, like to the new meta. The dampener didn't change that much. This yo-yo is nimble. It can go through your tacky tricks as well. It's wider, better zoning, better horizontal, better in every single way, right? Finally, a worthy successor to the Peregrine. It's not just 5% better, it's a lot better. That's why the team think, okay, this is good enough. We're gonna tweak one little thing in the gap width and make it to production. Now, why did we call it the Peregrine X? It's because of Beyblade, right? So, I was going to my friend's party, and then we found out something called Beyblade X, right? All new stadium. Not the Beyblade Burst. So I was very inspired by Beyblade X. The Beyblade spins faster, right? You get paint chipping off everywhere, metal on metal action. This is a Phoenix ring, by the way, battled. The paint has chipped so much. So yeah, Beyblade X, you got 3 blades, so more violent, more faster, scarier, just more fun in general. That's why I think compared to the Beyblade Burst, of course. So this is why I think inspired me to call it the Beyblade. The Peregrine X, because the yo-yo spins fast. Well, not faster, but it's more powerful, more stable. I think him better in most way, every single way except in acceleration. So that's what inspired me. The Beyblade Burst versus the Beyblade X, original Peregrine versus the newest Peregrine X. So that's a naming scheme. So yeah, conclusion, if you want a fast, ultra fast yo-yo, modern meta, wide, lands on your trick, super fast, super good at horizontal, speed, just very fast yo-yo, right? Does everything. And does exactly what you want, right? Precise. It's like a precision instrument. This is the yo-yo to go. This yo-yo is so great, actually. A very good player in US want to join our team after using it, and he'll be using that to compete at Worlds. We will announce who he is later. I am very excited. He's an awesome player. Can't wait to announce him on Team Yoyofriends. But if you're more of a flowy player, if you like the yo-yo to work along with you, not just for you, you want the yo-yo to have its own characteristic of moving in a certain way, have that flowier trick. This yo-yo is probably not meant for you. You can go for my signature, the overclock, or other kind of yo-yo that has more flowy thing. This is just all rim weight and then center weight and then just precision, speed, all that stuff. Not the quirky stuff. This is a little bit more cutthroat yo-yo for contest. All right, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.